Hi guys, this is Grandma Cheep and welcome to my kitchen here in Southern Colorado. I'm glad I'm back, and today I'm just going to give you a few tips, and then I'm going to complete the dried tomatoes that I was going to do from my garden when I got back. I had a few left, and waste not, want not. So we got a lot of things to go through on this episode. First of all, you know what these are? Those fun pops, icicle pops. They're now on sale and they're going out of season, and that's what I give for trick or treat. There's 36 of them in there. I don't freeze them or anything. I just stick a couple in each bag, and this is a simple treat that you can give to your trick-or-treaters if you are on a budget, or I had unexpected travels and expenditures, so I always like to give out something if someone comes to my door, and these I have done in the past, and they're coming back to make a showing this year too. So it's 36 freeze pops. Although it looks like more, $2.48 a piece at Walmart or any of your grocery stores that have them on sale, I'm sure. And it's a great treat for the kids. It's something different, and it's easy on the wallet. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is that I came by this book, Putting Food By. I've had it for years, and Mr. and I have been cleaning out the shed all summer, and this was in one of my boxes, so it's a great book for referencing and prepping and putting food by. I'm not a big prepper, but I do believe in doing as much as you can to stretch your food dollar. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is to show you the tomatoes that I had left on the vine after I came back from Ohio, and I put them in the dehydrator, so they're not actually sun-dried tomatoes, but they're essentially the same thing. So I dried them the other night, and as I said, dried them not all the way dry, but flexible, and I like sun-dried tomatoes. They're kind of expensive in the store, and I can use these in sauces and whatever during the winter months. I also had a couple of jalapenos that I dried as well, because waste not, want not, I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to infuse olive oil with some garlic. I love garlic. I do use the minced garlic from Safeway or Walmart in the jar, but it's nothing like that fresh garlic. And this I'm gonna just chop, and I have some no, I don't have my garlic my oil heating up, but I will. Extra virgin olive oil I'm just going to put in my pot here to start, and just heat it on low. You want it just warmed, but actually this, you want the garlic to kind of turn brown so that flavor can get all in that olive oil. It's going to be good to use all winter long. And the good thing about drying your tomatoes and making essentially what would be sun-dried tomatoes is that you can do it all year long if you have a supply of pretty good tomatoes. Now, that's maybe organic. I don't know where in December or January you're going to get pretty good tomatoes, but you can try as you can. Alright, so here's my 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, whatever you want. And I'm going to put these in the pot. Okay, so that's done. Another thing that I'm going to do, I have some oil heating up, and as I said yesterday, or as I said previously, I have some herbs that are left in the garden. So here's some sage. I love sage. Pretty good bunch. And here's some rosemary. Love rosemary too. So I've washed and dried these and picked out the better parts of them. And I have some oil going on in the stove at a kind of a simmer, a slow simmer. I'm going to put the sage in one pot and the rosemary in another pot. And that's going to be for sage infused olive oil and rosemary infused olive oil. So let's just see how that's going to go. Also excellent for gifts or for your own use. Okay. Now I'm going to take my scissors Grandma Cheep is back. Never ready. Okay, never ready. That is me. And I'm gonna just cut up these jalapenos. And in no particular order, just cut them up. And I'm going to do the same with my tomatoes. Even though it's the beginning to be the end of the year, I still have enough time to put some food by, so I'm glad for that. Let me just bring you over here and show you my oils that are getting infused. Okay, here's the garlic, and that looks brown, so I want to turn that off. The rosemary, which is also brown. Oops. And the sage back there. Not as brown, but I need to turn all of those off and finish my lesson here. Okay, everything's off. Now I'm going to take my scissors, and I don't want these tomatoes to be in slices, so I'm just going to cut them up. And the name of those darker tomatoes, when I was cleaning out the yard today, the name of them were Black Princes. So Black Prince tomatoes, and they were very good, very juicy. So I hope I have a chance to to get some next year. Okay, I'm giving these a rough chop and I'll be done in just a few. These are smaller ones, so I'm gonna put those in whole. See here, those Black Prince. Okay. And what I'm going to do is to add a little kosher salt. And give it a twist of some black pepper. Both of these are Dollar Tree brand. I'm gonna pour oh, that smells so good, the garlic infused oil right into my tomato and pepper mixture. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And it looks really good too. Let me just pour it in a dish where you may be able to see it better, and also to get it out of this plastic container. I wasn't thinking. I'm getting better though. My cold is better. Let me move the camera and maybe you'll be able to see. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Okay, see? That's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay. So, let's see. So that's going to cool off right there. And my rosemary infused oil, I'm going to take out the rosemary. Well, actually, I think I'm going to leave it in there. I think I'll leave it in there. Because what you're going to do is this has to have time to cure. So I'm going to put this gently fried rosemary into a jar. And my mama used to say, put a utensil in the jar and it won't crack if you're adding hot liquid. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I have done. This needs a little bit more oil. So I've added everything out of there. And let me see if I have more oil. Just take it from here. Okay. Now I'm going to put this in a cool dry place for a week, and then I can package it for either Christmas gifts or use for myself. Let me get the sage infused oil. Now the rosemary oil will be good for if you're going to have an Italian dish or something like that you want to, let's say, put on focaccia bread or whatever. The sage is too, but the sage is really good for chicken and maybe even fish dishes and sauces. So here we go. Okay. And I didn't add any salt or pepper to the herbs. So here's the sage oil, sage infused oil, rosemary infused oil, and I'll let that set under my guest bathroom vanity for 7 to 10 days. That'll be fine. Now, as for my sun-dried tomato and pepper, that should have been cooled already. And this will stay in your refrigerator, I'm told, for months. I would use this in sauces. Okay, now this is going to be tricky. Nope. Okay, I'm not going to waste these few little pieces that were here on the table. And I also need to put more oil in here. You see how I drain it? I drain every drop. And I have another bottle of olive oil. I just didn't want to open it, but seems as though I'll have to. Okay. Okay, sitting in the oil, it will plumpen these little tomato sweethearts right up, and I need to get a top for that, but I don't have it right now. Here's my dried tomato and pepper infused oil. Here's my sage infused oil and my rosemary infused oil. Please leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Follow me on Twitter at Grandma Cheapo. Write me at grandmacheapcheap@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye now.